So when I watched SM Town live on December 31st with the sole purpose of seeing NCT, I was pretty surprised to see Girls on Top, the once-a-year group we all forgot about, make a release. After getting over the fact that they didn't rotate members like they promised, I fell in love with the song, Stamp on it, and was excited about the official audio release. Like when I tell you I was checking Spotify every day for that official audio girl I knew that they must have had something special planned if they were taking so long to officially release the song to the public. Just like how Step Back wasn't on streaming services for a while after the group's official reveal. And to my surprise, they had these young ladies grinding out not just a single, but a whole album and a music video. When I saw the teaser for the music video, my editor brain released so much serotonin you have no idea. So imagine my surprise when I wake up on January 16, 2023 around 2 p.m, and I watch that music video all the way through with a face like this emoji. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't rationalize the idea of an SM-produced artist's music video being lackluster, especially for a group comprised of the label's all-stars. The math wasn't mathing, so I watched the video again without subtitles so I could put more attention on the techniques, camera work, and overall visuals, and it was a bit better. I noticed more impressive things, but it was still disappointing. So now I'm going to spill my knowledge of editing and explain to you why it was bad, because I basically have a PhD in editing at this point in my life. Alright, now put your seatbelt on, let's go. The first reason this music video was lackluster to me was that it was missing some core elements of a good film. Yes, music videos count as films. There are three basic characteristics of editing and film. Film relies on storytelling, visual elements must work together, and the best editing is invisible. The Stamp on It music video only has 1.5 of these elements working for it right now. So let's break them down. There is no story. There is consistency, like the frequent appearance of this red car and obvious necklace-related imagery, but they don't make sense with the lyrics and theme of the song, and trying to make them make sense is hard. All film projects, especially music videos, have some sort of story or purpose. In the case of music videos, the storyline or simplified theme of the visuals relate to the lyrics and meaning of the song, and these stories don't have to be complex or in your face to get the message across. A good example of a more complex storyline in a music video is Fire Truck by NCT 127. The song is about how music and dance light up our energy like a burning fire that can be extinguished if it gets too out of control. With this in mind, the music video shows the members of NCT following a girl through her life, from childhood to adulthood, and protecting her from fires. It's quite a comical visual and an interesting way to interpret the song, but I love the execution and how there's a great balance between the scenes of dancing to act as B-roll and the important scenes that pertain to the theme. More great examples of complex stories include Girls by aespa, 0 by 1 equals Love Song by Tomorrow by Together, and God's Menu by Stray Kids. A good example of a more simplistic theme is Good Boy Gone Bad by Tomorrow by Together. On the surface level, this music video could appear to be just visuals that flow well together with no real meaning. But when you rub two brain cells together and read the subtitles and compare the visuals to the lyrics, you can see how the visuals show a theme of change and growth, but in a negative direction. The boys talk about a side of themselves that they see in the mirror, that they want to connect to. A darker version of themselves they used to be that they've suppressed. So instead of keeping their bad side captive, they welcome it, literally throwing the good boy in the garbage in favor of the bad boy. The talk of no longer caring about hiding themselves and how they feel free embracing this more aggressive persona makes you question what type of life they've had that generated such intense angst. With so little, they've told so much. This is why storyboarding, flow, and consistency are so important in filmmaking. This is mainly where Stamp on It falls flat. Sure, there is consistency, but there is no obvious, even implied link between these items and the song to give them any kinds of significance, which is weird considering how often they show up. They're just decorations in a way, which isn't bad, it's just unfortunate because of how much potential this song had to be visually interpreted. When I say the visuals don't work together, I don't mean that there is too much contrast between scenes or elements, because this video does a good job of keeping things consistent. What I mean here is that the scenes don't make sense together nor with the context of the song. The whole video feels like a teaser, just some cool B-roll shots and pieces of cool visuals to create hype. There is no rising action, climax, nor resolution, it's just frames on a screen even though they look awesome and the editing and camera work are admirable. You could have the best editing and the best cameras and the smoothest camera work, but without proper flow, preparation, and visuals that match to some degree, the whole project will fall flat, which is disappointing considering the camera work in this video impressed me. The third principle of editing relates to this exact scenario. The best editing is invisible, has to do with how the scenes flow together. Making jump cuts less harsh by matching movements and creating smooth transitions effects are technically invisible because of how they create flow. Film is all about flow. Even the flashiest effects, when executed well, distract our eyes and create a feeling of flow. Good film projects flow smoothly like room temperature butter on bread, less than good film projects feel harsh and choppy like cold butter on bread. I'm afraid stamp on it is cold butter. If you don't know what I'm talking about, here are some examples both of a lack of flow where our editing is visible, as well as elements that don't make sense. This video relies heavily on the work of a bolt camera rig, which while I think it carries the video quality a bit too much, I love seeing this type of camera used because of the variety of shots and techniques that can be achieved with it. If you don't know, a bolt camera rig is a giant robot camera that can be programmed to make super smooth choreographed camera movements without worry of human error. Stamp on It uses this type of camera more modestly. We do get sparse, super dramatic zooms and pans on parts in the song that feel dramatic, so I think that was a great decision. Well, I hope this doesn't get lost in the YouTube algorithm, but anyways, I hope I was able to maintain your attention long enough to learn something. If you enjoyed this, then please let me know because I would love to analyze more music videos. Also, I plan on making more general K-tuber content, but I will make goofy content as long as I live, don't worry. I just want to diversify my audience a bit. That's all for today, and I hope to see you the next time I post.